I'm making a little vlog here, and there's this smaller person doing the same thing down below me. It's a double family video. Reference for the green elephant spirit ranger, but that's not what I'm working on. That's done. The ink's all done. Got a color, and I was working on the inks for the bat, which had a lot more black in it. I spent about an hour on this. Well, I should say I spent an hour on it, then I measured, and then I drew a little bit more. So a bit over an hour, and it is still Monday. So that puts me at 4 hours for today, and I'm not counting the half hour that I did for yesterday. So good job, me. It's 10. I'm gonna try to go to bed by 11 because I didn't get a great night's sleep last night. I feel like I could keep going, but I don't know. I don't want to burn myself out. I had to put on a wrist brace earlier. I'm actually using, this isn't because of carpal tunnel, but I intermittently use this on my iPad. I feel like I mostly need it when I'm doing fine detail inking lines where I want to get like a smooth swoosh, but like, I don't know, a lot of times I don't need it. I don't know why I need this sometimes, but yeah, I look tired. I feel tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Hey, look, I just got a blood test, and I've been fasting, so I'm hungry and had no coffee, which is no good always, but also I didn't get a good night's sleep last night. But my kid, the last week or so, like, this is the third time where they've woken up at like 3 in the morning to go to the bathroom, and that is not something they've done before. And we haven't had a problem with wetting beds or anything, but it's just like, what's going on? Your door's playing. Well, you're going to the bathroom? Oh, okay, you okay? Well, oh, I need that. And then I got like tuck her back in, and then I was just up for like an hour because it woke me up enough that I couldn't go back to sleep, and yeah, I didn't get a great night's sleep. So I'm leaving my blood test. I'm going to a coffee shop to get coffee and food, and I'm going to try to do some work. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get 3 hours done before she gets out of school, but I'll see how much I can get done. That's wild to me. I don't know if it's where I live or when this started, but like the fact that they got like assault rifles on the back of the cops' motorcycles is just wild to me. So, it's 10:30. Wait, what time is it? 11? I don't know. I'm still at the coffee shop. I've been here the whole time, and I've been working, but I had to stop to make a phone call and do a few other things, and normally I start and stop my timer, but I've messed that up, and so I don't know how long I've been working. So what I'm gonna do is just look at when I got here and when I leave, and then I'm just gonna deduct a percentage. You know, I'll say 10%, 20% of that time was not spent actually working. I will definitely not get 3 hours done here. I do plan on working more later. I finished the inks on the 3 bottom helmets and the smoke, so the foreground essentially. And then rather than going into the Rangers, which is the mid-ground where it's going to be the most difficult, I started working on the background elements, but I've done the roughs to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't need to redo these. And I was wrong, because at a glance it looks fine and the details are there, but when I went in and tried to ink it, first there was little adjustments, like, oh, this angle's a little off, this perspective's a little weird, but then more importantly, a lot of the details on the helmet and that stuff was wrong. So I'm in a position of essentially penciling it now, which I'm supposed to be done with that phase, but wanting it to be good and one of two things. Either the whole thing is going to be a certain level of quality, and then these background elements won't be, and they're going to be big too. Even though they're not the main focus, they're physically larger. Or I keep redrawing it 15 times. I'm not happy with either of those solutions, so I'm going to pause, and I'm taking the time to like redraw or clean up the one helmet. I don't know if I'll have to do the other two before I go into inks, and that's what I'm doing now while I'm waiting for another coffee. Yeah. All right, time to go, but as you can see, I mean, again, this is like almost inked, but when you get close, it's a little fuzzy. But I'm almost done redrawing that, and hopefully that'll be the only thing I have to redraw. It's 11:30, I have to go. I'll calculate the time later. So I'm in the car with this lady and this lady. That's Mother Gazbot and Doggo Gazbot. Anyway, the timer got messed up at the coffee shop, so I don't know how long I worked. Oh. But I saw a picture I sent shortly after I got there, dated 9:10 or timestamp 9:10. I may have drawn for a few minutes, I may have not, but I'm not gonna worry about that. And I left at 11:30.
Right.
So math. 9:10, 10:10, 11:10, that's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Excellent.
But I did have an avocado toast and I had to make a phone call, so I'm gonna say it's 2 hours. I'm gonna say I did 2 hours.
Sounds fair.
And that means how many hours do I have to do today still?
1 hour.
That's damn right.
Good at math also.
I got it from the mama. All right, I'm at home and I just did 15 more minutes on this. I gave myself 2 hours before, and I think that's fair, but I feel like the amount of work I got done does not feel like 2 hours. Anyway, put 15 minutes in, I got 45 minutes I gotta do, but I wanna try to do more. I wanna get the inks done today because today's Tuesday. I'm leaving Friday morning. I have to have this done and to a printer by Thursday before 5, before close of day, end of day, but I also need to get ready for the show. So my hope was to get the inks done today and the colors done tomorrow. That's looking less likely, but I gotta make dinner now and we'll come back to this later. You're just supposed to be turning off the light. What are you doing? It's 10 to 11, Tuesday night. I'm not feeling good. I feel fine physically. I don't know how much time I put in. I've put in over 3 hours. I keep forgetting to time myself. I'm confident I've done 3 hours. Have I done 3 hours, 10 minutes? Have I done 4 hours? I don't know, but let's say between 3 and 4 hours. And I'm feeling good about hitting my marks. I'm not feeling good about most of what I did today was cleaning up this, and I just cleaned this up. At a glance, they look like they're inked, but if I zoom in, you can see it's scratchy. The texture isn't really there. There are parts that I didn't fill in. It needs to be tightened. Look at that. So this needs to be inked. This is the only part that's 100% done. And so I inked that and I cleaned those up. Looking at the Rangers, which I haven't really done at all today. Oops, hold on. Rangers. They definitely need to be cleaned up. Most of them are pretty good. I think I might need to tighten up a helmet or two. And a little bit of anatomy. The fact that the inks aren't done today, and I really need to be done, it absolutely has to be done by the end of the day, Thursday. But considering all the stuff I have to do Thursday to get ready for the show, it should be done by end of the day tomorrow. If I had no responsibilities, I would stay up late as I can tonight, go to sleep, and maybe just have to finish it up tomorrow. Like, I could have it done by end of day tomorrow if I had nothing else to do, but I have a lot of things I have to do. I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure if I should pour more hours into it, hoping that I could somehow get it done tomorrow, or just do the 3 hours tomorrow that I said I was going to, and it won't be ready for the show. I don't know. I'm going to go get a soda. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to work on it a little bit. Not a caffeinated soda. I had a caffeinated soda with dinner, which is why I'm not falling asleep, even though it's getting close to 11. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, it's about 12:10. So I did another hour. So I've done 4 to 5 hours today, if I'm doing the math right. Yeah, I'm not feeling a lot of hopeful. Mainly what I did, gentlemen here, this was sort of done, but when I went back and some of that's gonna be covered, I just kept reworking this stance. It just wasn't working. I still don't love it, but it's much better than it was. But I literally, this is the part where I start to be like, I can't draw. I redrew that leg like 15 times. I realized I never finished the blade here. I thought about redrawing that hand. I'm gonna leave it for now. Yeah. That's where I gotta leave it. It's after midnight. I gotta be up at 7. And I know myself, I know if I go to bed now, I won't be asleep for an hour. I'm feeling defeated and a little bummed out. It's one of those things where, like, I wasn't planning on doing a print, and I followed my passion and I got really excited about it, and I'm like, I'm putting the work in and I'm doing all the right things, and I don't think it's gonna happen. And it's good now. It really is like, should I just cut my losses and finish this after the show? Or should I just push on and do the 3 hours tomorrow and the 3 hours Thursday and be like, oops, so well. If I was going to the show by myself, the big dog, my buddy's going to be there. If I was going to go to the show by myself, I might even bring it with me. Maybe finish it and try to print it Saturday morning and do stuff, because I've done stuff like that before. But it's also like, then instead of like slowly getting ready for the show over the next couple days, I'll just be like killing. I don't know. I'm feeling a little defeated. Oh, that sun. It's 7 a.m. As predicted, I didn't go to sleep until 1 something. Also got woken up a few times. Not real bad. I was able to roll over and go back to sleep, but I'm tired. I'm gonna make coffee. I'm at a coffee shop. Redrew this lake 15 more times. So about an hour and 15 minutes. I redrew the one Ranger a bunch of times. I do think I improved it, but it is that thing of like, oh, several hours to improve it 10%. Whatever, I'm done with it now. Not the inks. And I've started the inks on the Red Ranger, which is the most important because they're up front and they're blocking a lot of the other Rangers, but I'm not inking the parts that are covered up now. So I'm saving myself a little of that, and that's what I'm gonna do going forward. Only ink the parts that are showing. Yeah. I still don't think I'm gonna finish in time, but I'm going to push forward as though I will. And we'll see what happens. It continues to be hot. I am thankful that I mostly don't spend time outside. All right, 2 hours, 15 minutes. I think I'm done with all the penciling, and I'm mostly done inking that main first character. I'm feeling hopeful, but I probably shouldn't. Like, I'm feeling better. You know, I'm rested. I had some coffee. I had a nice little time sitting in there, etc. And after fighting through all the pencil redraws, going in and just doing some clean inks was making, you know, boost my confidence. And while I'm not going super fast, it's steady. And it's like, oh, if I keep up this pace, and like, okay, but like, I did 2 hours, 15 minutes. So I'm almost at the 3 hours I wanted today. Let's say I push it and do 5. Yeah, I don't know. If I get all the inks done, see, on a gut emotional level, I was feeling better. But when I start doing the numbers, I'm like, map, like even if I don't do anything and ask my mom for help watching the kid and just like really work today, there's first of all, there's things I have to do that I can't avoid. But second of all, I don't know. I gotta go pick up the kid. All right, I'm home, picked up the kid, went to the comic store for her, not for me. I mean, I went, but you know, it was to get her a comic. And then went out and got some food, which was nice, but I forgot we have gymnastics today. So normally I have an hour and a half chunk of time right now, and it's less than that because we got to go to gymnastics. So after getting her settled in, and I'm trying to pull myself together here, I got like about 45 minutes till we got to leave, which is how much time I owe the 3-hour meter. So I'm going to try to do that right now, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the day. Clock on Wednesday. Yeah. And I've done my 3 hours. The first 2 hours plus whatever was like easy at the coffee shop. And then I just managed to squeak in a few minutes here, a few minutes there. Did my 3 hours just. And there's a lot of inking left to do. A lot of that time was spent repenciling. I'm sort of hopeful and not hopeful at the same time. I don't know. Finishing up, getting the kid to sleep. I'm trying to put a travel car seat in my mom's Mustang, which technically it works in, but I'm having a hard time. And yeah, and then my plan is to, well, then I gotta feed the cats, do a few things. I'll do a few things, and then get back to work and see where I'm at. I also have toyed with the idea of trying to not do any more work today. This is what I should do. So not do any more artwork today. Do my 3 hours and get all the stuff ready I need for the show tonight. Bring it downstairs, whatever. Because I do have to do that. One thing that occurs to me, it takes a lot longer when I'm flying because there's weight limits and bag limits, but I'm driving, so I can kind of just take everything, which is a lazy way to do it. It's not the best way to do it, but it allows me to be like ready to go a lot quicker, which, yeah. And I was also thinking that theoretically, I don't have to get it printed Thursday. I could get it printed Friday. I could do it sometime before the show, or worst case scenario, after the show on Friday, and then have it for Saturday and Sunday. So I don't know. I'm more hopeful than I was this morning, but not by a lot. Anyway, that's where we're at. It's 8 o'clock at night on Wednesday. The kid is in bed, not 100% asleep. I took care of everything else I need to take care of. Tomorrow, I forgot that my mom, who's staying with us, has to go do some tests, and her dog is a nervous wreck. And if left home alone, will just bark and howl and fight with the cats, even though it's like a pound. So I need to be home by 10 tomorrow. So I may or may not go to a coffee shop, but when I'm back, I won't be able to be going up and downstairs and bringing boxes in and out. I'll kind of have to hang out in the living room, kitchen, where I can draw. So I'm going to now take the time to start staging everything I need to bring for the show. I can't put it in the car, which would be great, but the car I'm going to be bringing, Tech Advisor Azuki has until tomorrow night. So anyway, maybe I'll load it tomorrow night. I don't know. But I'm going to start doing that now, getting everything ready. All right, it's been just over an hour, and I think I have everything that was upstairs downstairs. I have some figures that I owe to my friend. I have all of my prints that I'm gonna bring, which is more than I would need to bring, but it would take too long to sort it. I'll do that at the show. Pins that were left upstairs, some figures that I might give someone to sell at their booth, some recording equipment, business cards, my cosplay suit, which I may or may not wear. Probably have at least an hour more of packing. Probably at least an hour more once I get the car to put this in, but also to get all the stuff from the garage and just sort of go, so at least an hour, maybe 2. But I got the heavy stuff done. I think it's like 9:30, I don't know. Pretty tired. I'm gonna take a break, watch a YouTube video, and then maybe do a little bit of drawing, and then, all right, I'm in a similar position I was yesterday. We're still Wednesday night. It's 11:45. I have to be up in a little over 7 hours. I put in an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm like close to 5 hours again today. And mostly what I did was ink this figure. So this is what I have done with inks. The next main one I have to do is her. I did have to redraw his helmet and reference it a little bit. Hers is more tight, and same thing with the little bracers they wear. So she should go a little quicker, and she's also covered up a little bit more. But then after that, I still have 1, 2. And again, they're kind of tighter and they're smaller, but and then in the background, these ones, which I tightened up Daishield. This is what I was showing before. When I get real close, it's not that tight. But I do wonder if I could get away with the colors and they're in the background. And eventually I have a bunch of color that goes in front of them partially. Let me see if I can turn that on. Like that. Maybe I can get away with leaving them a little bit rougher. I don't know. If it gets down to the wire and they're all, I don't know, man. This is, I feel like I'm killing myself. I'm not wasting my time because this will be finished eventually, but I feel like I'm killing myself for no reason. 8:20 a.m. The kid is dropped off at school. It's actually nice right now. It'll probably be miserable later. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow morning is when I'm leaving for the show. I don't know. I don't have hope that it will be done in time, yet I persist. So I don't know. That's some kind of insanity. Is it a positive one? I don't know. Because it is I got to get this done. I'm grinding on the art and I'm feeling motivated and I'm doing it, which is good. And I complain that I don't have that motivation, discipline, energy, whatever a lot. But I feel like now that it's almost a foregone conclusion that I won't have it done in time for the show, my time would be better spent elsewhere. Yet I persist. It's about 9:15. I have 45 minutes till I need to go downstairs and watch the dog. And I have 2.5 hours before I have to pick up the kid. I started doing a little bit of drawing. I'm not feeling good. Gonna sit here for a minute and then I'll try to get back to drawing. I got about an hour in, which is disappointing. And I've just been working on inking on this figure. I didn't need to do too much redrawing, but I did need to reference for some of these markings here and a couple, not nearly as much as this guy, but a little bit. And I'm at just under an hour, and it's believable that in 45 minutes I'll finish inking her, which tracks with, I think it took me about an hour and 45 to ink him, which all adds up. Officially calling it. There is no way I'll have this done today. There's no way I'll have it done tomorrow, unless I'm sitting at the table and it is completely dead and I'm making no sales, there's no one to talk to and everything's terrible, and I just sit there and draw for 8 hours, then maybe I could have it done by the end of the day tomorrow. But even if I spent, there's no way. There's just no way. The time and my speed, it just does not match, which is a huge bummer, huge bummer. I gotta go pick up the kid. I may or may not work on this more today. Right, and I was about to go get the kid in a twist. My mom got back from her doctor's thing and went to pick her up. But she'll be back in 10, 20 minutes. I was gonna go get some coffee. I don't know, man, I don't know what I'm doing. My sense of purpose is drifted. It's completely drifted. Man, I'm tired. I can see the bags under my eyes. I haven't had a good night's sleep this whole time. Hasn't been horrible sleep every night, but haven't had a good night's sleep. Last night I had about 5 hours. That was the worst so far. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm out here on the side of the road with a can of Fix-A-Flat. My mom's like, go ahead, I want to get a coffee. She's like, go ahead, go. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna draw some more, and I'm feeling a little hopeful, and I don't know, maybe I will try to press on and stay up all night. I don't know. Got a flat tire. Just got a flat tire. So now I gotta deal with that. In the car, but it is not fixed. I used the Fix-A-Flat went from 0 PSI, because it was flat. Like, I don't know if I ran over a nail or what. It must have happened the second I left the house, to like 8 or 9 PSI. So then I drove 20 miles an hour over to this area where I thought I can get it fixed, but it's a car wash and an oil change place, and I thought the oil change place would do tires, but they don't. Luckily, there was an air pump over at the gas station, so I have it filled up, but I need to get it professionally fixed. Like, it's just got glue in it right now, in 3 days or 100 miles, but I'm gonna be gone starting tomorrow morning, and this is not even my car, so I have to get this handled before I leave. So that's what I'm gonna go to do now. Hopefully there's a coffee shop over there, because I was gonna get a coffee and an avocado toast, was the reason I left the house, and a draw maybe. Came to the tire shop, and the only one guy who does tires came in today, I was told, and that guy just went home sick at lunch, so they have no one that could fix it today. So I have to find another tire shop. I went to another tire place, and the good news is that they could fix it within about an hour. The bad news is I need to basically get 2 new rear tires. I was gonna walk to one of my, I'm at Starbucks, which is not where I wanted to be, but I'm here. That was quick. They said 45 minutes to an hour. I think it's been less than an hour. I was in Starbucks. I got about a half hour drawing done. Still working on Yellow Ranger. I don't know why. I'm also mad at myself because I've been doing mediocre with eating better. And my mom bought some Entenmann donuts and said I could have some. And I was like, I don't want any. Well, I'll have one. And then I had 3 because I'm a donut pho. A donut pho. I was almost going to curse because in real life I curse. I try not to on these videos. But I'm a donut pho. It's Friday morning. Just got done dealing with the kid. I'm getting ready to pack up the car and head to Power Morphicon. Did not do that last hour in the print. So I did 3 hours minimum every day since I said I would until yesterday. Some days I went over. It just didn't seem worth it. I used the time to take a shower, to get ready, to do other things that actually would matter today. I did some rough math, and I'll do a better math later, but I think I put about 27 hours into it. So my estimate of 20 hours, if I was right, I would have got it done. But it looks like it's more like 30 plus, so we'll find that out later. But for now, I gotta get ready to go. All right, it's all packed up.